All right, guys, hi. Thank you so much for joining us again for our Dressing Your Body Type series. We are here today doing our Hourglass body shape with my beautiful sister, Meredith.
Hello.
I don't know if I should say your name on camera, but yeah, Meredith.
That's me.
I'm going to stalk you. We're going to give you guys just a couple minutes for everybody to kind of jump on, and in those 2 minutes, what we're going to discuss is her favorite outfits that she wore on her trip to San Diego. I know a lot of people are traveling, definitely hitting the beach. So we'll chat for a few minutes as people kind of like come on, and we will hopefully answer some of your questions. If you have a question, feel free to hit it in the comments. If you like these videos and you want to follow them for the next 2 weeks and the other body types, hit the follow button down below and you'll be notified when they come back on. Otherwise, welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here. So, okay, so you traveled to San Diego.
I did.
For what reason?
8 girls, 5 of which were turning 40.
Oh,
Yes,
40.
it was a freaking blast. I was not one.
Yes, we're only like 18 months apart, and I turned 40 last December, so
Yeah,
it's coming.
39 next month.
Gosh, it's still not the same.
I know.
Okay,
But yeah,
well, 40 is awesome. I don't mind 40, honestly. I feel smart.
I don't ever mind birthdays.
Yeah.
I feel 17 inside and have since then. So
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
That's our mom, I think.
it probably is.
Okay, so what did
I
you
love
wear?
it.
Tell us what you did first. And you
Um,
like exercise on vacation, which
Yeah.
for my friends is blasphemy.
Yeah, we ran to go see Thomas.
But you ran somewhere on
Yeah,
purpose.
on purpose. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did that.
So,
yeah, I mean,
workout clothes.
I
For
brought
what
workout
thing?
clothes. Yeah, but my favorite outfits
Yeah.
were probably like some ripped up jean shorts.
Yes.
With like a strappy tank top with like
Yes.
a bralette underneath it.
Was it
Chunky
hot?
jewelry. No.
Hot during the day? What, like
No,
70s-ish?
Yes, 70s. It doesn't get into the 80s. At least not in June, not all the way.
Nice.
It was like, I mean, for the first 2 days, it was literally like cold. One of my girlfriends wore a sweater the entire time we were there.
Really?
Yeah, Carrie.
So it
She's
was
super little
breezy?
petite. No, just not
In the
hot.
shade, you're like,
yes, in
okay.
the shade, you're like, oh well, I'm kind of
Yeah.
cold.
And I love a good cozy something when it's just a little bit chilly.
Mhm.
It's like one of my favorite looks.
Yeah.
Cozy is always my choice. Last week I hit on the video that you always like to wear your clothes tighter, and I
Yes,
am
I
that
do.
one that buys my shirts too big sometimes, and I'm like I have a shirt right now. Where is it? Someone is going to inherit this. I think I've already gotten rid of them. The
Why?
neck is so big.
Oh no, that's like I was actually scoop necks. I'm not a scoop neck person. I'm
Well,
a
if you do a
V-neck all
scoop
day
neck
long.
that fits like close to the body,
No,
or
not-
close to
not-
the neck.
Not me, not this girl.
well, we'll get into that. But like when you're talking for Hourglass, you want things that are scooping, so necklaces or a scoop neck shirt to hit you right below the collarbone.
Really?
Yep.
I never.
Yeah.
Never.
But
I
think
always
like a
wear a V-neck.
T-shirt, like a boy's T-shirt, like you get for
Like
running
a
a
crew neck?
5K. Yeah,
Yeah.
like so that, but just a little bit lower. So not like
I don't
the
have
one I
anything like
have
that.
that like shows the top
Okay,
of my
see,
bra.
this
It's
is
so
why
big.
I'm here. You have to tell me these.
She asked when we were getting prepped and ready if she was doing it right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, she's doing it right. Don't you agree?
I try.
Her turn.
I try.
Boop, boop, boop. And no, she does good. Okay, so what time are we at?
7:05.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hopefully some people have been able to jump on. I don't look at numbers because I don't really want to know if I'm talking to no one. That's perfect. If I'm talking to hundreds, even better. I mentioned last week that I don't do these very often. Doing live video for someone like me, who's a very candid person, is almost like a hazard. So I have
I was
notes. If
super
I look
freaked
up
out for
above the camera, know that it's because I'm really trying to deliver really great value to you. I want you to have answers to all of your questions about how to dress this beautiful, voluptuous body of yours. So if you see me look up, it's just because I don't want to miss details, because I have a tendency to sort of ramble when I get excited. So we'll start there. But one thing I did want to kind of start, and we said this off camera before we got started, is that now that people are actually tuned in, last week when we were done shooting, my daughter was like, wow, that was really good. Did you make all of that up? And I was like, well, no. But I guess I didn't really tell you. If you don't already know me and you're not already plugged into my social, platforms, you might not know where I came from, why you would want to listen to me, and what I even do this for. So just to give you a quick little run through, and I'm not one to give you my whole autobiography, but long story short, my mom has always sewn and always designed. I grew up at the kitchen table with her, helping her cut fabrics and
Them, not me.
yeah, like alter patterns, and
watched.
watching her make beautiful wedding gowns and things like that. My mom is crazy creative. So I was able to really kind of pull that away. And school is great. Meredith's amazing in school. She loves school. She actually teaches school. I like school if it's like about what I want to learn. So when it came after high school, I just decided, I don't really think that like the four-year college thing is my perfect spot. And so I live in Kansas City. There are so many great community colleges in our area, and one of them had fashion design and merchandising, and that really just felt like a great fit for me. Something that was just a natural extension of what I already loved to do. I'm that person that, like, I don't know what I learned in fourth grade, but I know exactly what my teacher wore probably every day. So that's just who I am. But
Shout
what
out
the
to Miss K.
yeah, it's Miss Flash. Hey. But just so you know, I studied in college, and after college, I actually got involved with an international health and wellness company. I ran a couple of salons and day spas. Like, I love running tanning salons. People at tanning salons are the happiest people on earth.
Yeah.
It smells good. Everyone's happy.
Because
It's
they look
warm.
good. If you can't tone it, tan it.
Definitely, and I
I'm
gave that
serious.
tip last week.
I'm serious.
So running all of those businesses and kind of being around entrepreneurs, and my dad also owning his own company growing up, is kind of what manifested this whole thing. So in my days of owning my own salon and day spa, what I realized is that the women that I was interacting with every single day were just looking for validation and a little bit of direction and a friend that's like in their corner that's going to be completely honest with them. So once I decided that working 50, 60 hours a week was just not for me, and that all of the duties that come with managing a massive staff was just not for me, I broke off, sold the business, and Style School was born. And what I do is I work in-home, in-store, and online, helping women develop a wardrobe full of instant outfits that they love to wear, that complement their body, not the body that they want, the body that they have. And so I work with women all the time, okay? So that's why you should listen to me.
If you're her sister, she even packs for you when
Ah.
you go to New York City.
Yes, I'm sort of a crazy packer.
Oh no, it's amazing.
My friends think I'm nuts. So,
It's amazing.
okay. On that note, you know a little bit about me now. You know what we're kind of doing today, so we're just going to kind of jump in. So, as we're going through some of these different characteristics and suggestions, definitely feel free to hit in the comments if you have a specific question. So, okay. So, and pardon me because my son brought me home a cold. So, not happy about it. So, okay. The traits of an hourglass body shape are someone who is the same width from their shoulders and the tush, right? But they have a defined waistline. So the waist definitely goes in. Now, some people get confused and think that an hourglass person can't be a thick person, or that even of like a plus size or an extended size. You definitely can. Because most people that are an hourglass shape, when they are gaining weight and losing weight, they are gaining it and losing it proportionately, right?
Thank
So
God for that.
yeah, praise Jesus.
Yes.
So like we're a great illustration. I would be of the thicker size, and she would be of the leaner size, and I'm totally good with that. I just had this conversation with Dylan the other day in the car, as I was like, I love my body shape. Now, could it be toner, tanner? Absolutely. But I love my body shape, and I embrace it as much as I possibly can. So you're gonna find what works for you, but the standard traits of an hourglass body shape are that equal for the shoulders to the tush and hips, and then you've got the definite, waist coming in. Okay, so when you're doing your measurements, that's kind of what you're looking for. You are gonna be fuller through your hips and your thighs.
Get a girl good.
And that's going to help you wear really fitting clothes, and encourage you to not cover up those curves, okay? Because you start to cover up the waist, and then you've all of a sudden made yourself appear larger than you actually are, okay? So your number one goal for this body shape is to define the waist, okay? Don't cover it up, okay? So we're going to talk all the way across about tops, jackets, and what you'll learn with me is I call jackets completer pieces because I do feel like they complete an outfit. We're going to talk about dresses, we're going to talk about skirts, shorts, pants, jeans, we're going to end with accessories, okay? So, to get that started, some of the best hourglass tops that you can wear is like right now today, she's got a V-neck on. what you're trying to do is create the longest line from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. So a V-neck really kind of plays into that. I love an hourglass shape in a lifted heel. You'll hear me say that a lot because I prefer that for almost any body shape, because as soon as you add a little bit of a lift, you all of a sudden have this lightness about the way that you walk. And half of pulling off clothes is the confidence that you have when you have them on.
Amen.
You can, if you feel confident and maybe it's not one of the items that we're mentioning, wear it. I am not that person that's going to tell you not to wear that. If you feel good in it and you put it on and you want to leave and you feel confident, go for it, okay? So take risks and step out of your comfort zone. But the V-neck shirt is probably the best knit for you, okay? So soft fabrics tend to kind of skim the body
Fall
and
in all the right places.
yes, fall in all the right places. So you don't want anything that's going to be like pinching around the bra line or showing, like, you know, if you're wearing a knit on the bottom, you don't want anything that's showing a panty line and things like that. So pick nice sturdy fabrics, but not too sturdy to where they look stiff and kind of take over your shape, okay? So things that kind of skim is ideal. So she's got this one V-neck. You can also go with a scoop neck. She was mentioning that scoop neck isn't her personal favorite, but as far as the body type, you definitely can wear it. But I'm the same way. If I could choose between a V-neck and a scoop neck, I'd pick a V-neck every time. So, but both work for the body shape. So I'll let you hold that.
Why I have this necklace is I wear it every day.
It's beautiful. It sits right in between the curls.
On purpose.
On purpose. And okay, so then another option is shirts that gather at the waist, right? So even if it's a fuller shirt, like if this was untied, you would notice that it's really boxy. That the best friend of an hourglass shaped woman is a skinny belt, okay? Or just a belt. But depending on how much space you have from like underneath your bra to the top of your waist, you don't want to go too wide. So if you're out there purchasing belts, like go to TJ Maxx, go to Ross, go to Marshall's, and get 3 different belts on one little card and spend your $10 and you'll have one for every reason. But it's nice when they're built in. So you'll see that this one, you can actually draw as tight or as loose as you want. You can tie it in the front or you can whip it around and you can tie it in the back. So don't be afraid of a boxy look on top, because you're just trying to balance the proportion from your upper body to your lower body, but definitely define that waist. I was saying before, I have 2 best friends that are twins, and when I styled them years ago, one of their biggest things was we were taking pictures. She said, please don't cover up my waist. And it's like, I wouldn't, because your body needs that. So that's that. Peplum is another option, and this is just kind of giving you that really tailored look, and it's thoughtless. Like, you can just throw this on, it gives your body the perfect shape, and you can just move on and go.
I only have like one peplum.
Peplum.
It's not because I don't like
it needs to fit you tight. It needs to feel like structured through the breasts and the waist. And this is kind of a drop peplum. Some peplums are even a little bit higher. What you need to know, okay, so raise your hand all the way up and then bend towards me. Yep, so like right where that natural crease is in the tummy, okay, now you can stand. Right here in the natural crease where your tummy is your natural waist. So when I say wear high-waisted or wear this at your natural waist, that's how tall or how high I want it to go, okay? So when you're belting, that's where you're wearing your belt, because that's the smallest part of you.
Yeah.
Most people try to pop that belt on and drop it down, and depending on the look, there's always an adjustment for everything, but depending on the look, it'll make you appear wider, because it's just at usually the widest part of your body.
That's how I feel about swimsuits right now, because they sit like low on your hips and they accentuate the widest part of my body. Like I want like a high cut one. I can't find them anywhere. Not even in San Diego.
Well, I'm in the one-piece swimsuit world now, and I can't stand it when they sit low on mine either, because I have like thicker thighs, and so you put something around the bottom here, and it's like, why? Yeah. So the higher cut is nice, and designers are starting to get it. Try a high-waisted.
No.
It's worth a try, only because you'll see that where it's going to hit you is up here towards your natural waist, so it's going to look little, and then it naturally is going to shape your hips.
I mean, I guess I can
But
say I haven't ever tried one on, but
they can still sit really low. But I'm the king of stretching it out and like wearing it up a little bit higher. And I found a couple that actually work. So kind of off on a tangent there, but we were talking about peplum. So the line of a peplum right before it starts to kind of fan out, the reason why this looks so beautiful on your body is because it hits you at a certain point and then it kind of flares out. So it's a nice little gradual like hello into your hips, but it keeps you really structured on top so that you have that definition at the waist that we're looking for. So peplum is good.
peplum, I clearly need to add.
Yes. And then V-neck, this is just another option for V-neck. Why I like this one though is because when it comes to shirts, depending on how comfortable you are with your arms, if you want to draw attention to your narrow waist, a nice elbow length sleeve is good.
3/4 length sleeve is my favorite.
Yes, yes.
All day long.
3/4 to like right above the bend in your elbow is good. Now, if you like your arms and maybe you like work out and you really put some time into those guns and you want to show them, absolutely do that and go with like a cap sleeve. This peplum is going to be the best example that I have for a cap sleeve. Can you see that? It's black on black.
Put it.
Yeah, you see how it's just a little tiny sleeve? Now, someone with a fuller arm that maybe isn't super comfortable showing their arms wouldn't like this kind of sleeve. And if you don't like it, don't wear it. The last thing you want to do is be in a picture where you feel like you can't be yourself because your arm, you can't cover up your arm unless you're wearing a jacket.
Teacup arm pops out. Then.
Yes, it's all about the hip. So just keep that in mind. And then if tank tops, if you really love your body or your back and your shoulders and your arms, then tank tops are great. And people ask me all the time, can I wear this without a completer? Can I wear this without a necklace? And both answers, I would say no. You can, definitely, with a necklace or a completer or both. But I wouldn't just rock this with nothing, okay? Unless you're just going to the grocery store or
Maybe
the pool.
like a pop and clop.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely
Which
could.
is kind of like a natural.
You definitely could, but I'm always here to add polish because 90% of the time that I'm working with clients in their closet, what I'm there for mostly is to help them finish outfits. They are managing to leave the house clothed every day, but they're missing that extra little effort that they're seeing on people on the streets, and they're saying, wow, she looks really put together. Well, that girl has thought about it. She did this on purpose, and she probably has accessories on it, some sort of a jacket or a scarf or something to kind of bring some extra attention. So I say
tops?
definitely finish those outfits. Yes, so these will be the tops. So to run through those just one more time, you're going to be going with your scoop neck, your so scoop neck, V-neck. You can go with like a scoop neck. Ideally, you want that to hit you right below the collarbone, and then also draw in that waist, and then the peplum. When you're going for fabrics, you want to go with things that are going to allow you, like knits like this, lightweight knits are good, but anymore they have that dry fit kind of blend that they put in with like cotton tees, and that is a no-go sometimes because depending on the color, it just, I don't care how toned your back is, it's going to show back like bra marks.
Oh, you're talking about like elasticy.
Elasticy, yeah. So try to go with like a cotton, as much just cotton as you possibly can. And you might have to buy it a little bit more often because it is going to wear a little bit quicker, but it's also going to look better. Okay?
I would say be careful about brands too, because this one is stretchy, but I have others that don't stretch, and so depending on like what size my arm is at that time, it can be like tight and like look
bodybuilderish.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, but you just don't want to bring attention to the wrong areas, okay? So give your sleeves a little bit of room, okay? Nothing should really just fit you skin tight, right? A little bit of movement is good. It looks effortless, and that's what we're going for. So, okay, that's tops. We good on tops? Any questions? Okay, then I mentioned every good top needs a good completer piece. So the best completer pieces or jackets for your body type are very tailored, very cropped, not hitting you at the waist, or at the hip bone, but hitting you at that like low waist, right? At the top of your pants, essentially. Unless you're wearing high-waisted, then a little bit below that. So this is a good example, which you brought one too.
Yes, I did. And that one's kind of cropped and it's got the elastic at the bottom, which
Yes.
I love because it kind of just brings it in a little.
Yes. Elastic at the bottom is your friend. So bomber jackets, there are so many different variations of a bomber jacket anymore, whether it be silk or lace or leather or whatever. They're combining them. They have all different kinds of metals and things like that. But that elastic waistband is going to, here, pop that on and kind of show them.
I'll show you that.
When you add the zipper just right up in the center, it's really going to hug the body. And I'm loving this red with the camo too.
Oh, yeah, that is cute.
Pardon me.
Yeah, this is cute.
You are cute.
But it hits
So it hits right at the top of the waist so you can still see the tush. Okay? And that's what you don't want to do. I mean, if you can kind of picture this, the one thing you had asked before we got together, what should she stay away from? One thing you should stay away from is a super boxy jacket that hits you at that at your hip bone, because it covers up that most narrow part of your body, and that's what we don't want to do.
I don't even leave the store with stuff like that. I'm like, no. I don't feel like a sex kitten in this, so I'm not buying it.
The thing about an Hourglass body shape is that it is usually voluptuous and very sexy. So if you like to play up your curves, then all of this showcasing the waist business is going to be for you. Now, say you carry a little bit of extra weight through your midsection and showcasing it isn't like your favorite thing to do, but you're sort of open to it, then you could try an option like this. Let's see.
Did we lose hanger for this?
Nope. There's that one. Okay, so you'll see a shirt like this that's really flowy. It just gives you extra, I call real estate, to mask areas that maybe you want to downplay, which we all have it, I myself included.
I've added more real estate to my 30s wardrobe for sure.
Well, you've got to at some point. Okay, there's that. So, not to say these are like definitely matchy-matchy, but what you can do is, if you've got the jacket on, actually we're gonna use, so that jacket came in, it had the band around the waist. Another version of it is a structured jacket, but minus the band, okay? So we're gonna pair these together. And then for someone who carries that extra weight through the midsection, like I said, skinny belts are an Hourglass body's best flippin' friend. So what we're gonna do is then belt underneath the jacket, but over the shirt. Okay, so you're drawing attention to your waist and you're showing that definition and not just letting everything go. So fun. This is great if you work outside of the home too and you just need that extra like kind of, you know, accessory polish. Love looking at this. And the blue, not my first choice, but the only other one I had is black and I didn't want it to blend. So you're drawing it here. And so what you're getting is that definition. You're drawing the eye to the narrowest part of your body. Then what you're also doing is people that carry extra weight, it's that side view that makes people crazy. Okay, so say you belted it but you didn't have the jacket on. Then you just have this side view that you're dealing with, that where this is kind of pooching out maybe just a little bit, and I'm just being real because this is real. It pooches out and it will keep you from wanting to wear it. So these completer pieces can completely transform so many of the shirts that you already have that you're not wearing because you're just belting it, you pop the jacket on, and then it disguises that side view, so then everything is just about the center focal point, which...
My husband makes fun of how many jackets I own.
They're essential.
They are.
I'm the person, like handbags and jackets, I have to look in every store in both places every time. And TJ Maxx and Marshalls are my favorite because you can get some fantastic deals. Like the red one that she said she loved.
Love it.
I got that a few years ago on clearance for like $23. 100% leather.
What?
I know.
Is this my size?
Yes, it is.
Why do
It's
you
actually
have
too
that?
small for me. But I wear it because I don't zip it up.
This is super
Isn't that
cute.
fun? And it also really plays up a great Chiefs game. So if anybody knows me, then I'm a huge Chiefs fan, and this is definitely chic and fun, but not like over the top, and I don't wear heels with it when I go to the game. But, so you can kind of see where disguising that side view is huge. So any of your like billowy shirts, or a lot of people, okay, so if you've got extra weight through your midsection, then you probably have extra weight on your arms too, and so then it's like a double whammy, like I'm not wearing the shirt by itself.
don't.
Absolutely don't, but you can still use it because these are handy. So like a cardigan, if you were to pair with this shirt, is perfect because you can't wear a sleeved shirt with a cardigan very comfortably anyway. So pop all your fun cardigans on over these shirts and then just belt them, and you've done all the right things for your body shape and used what you have. Okay, huge part of what I teach is to use what you have. Most of what you have is more usable than you think.
She has taught me that over the years.
Yeah, it's just looking at your closet with a different kind of eye, okay? Okay, so other jackets or / completer pieces that really work for your body type are gonna be a tailored blazer. So a tailored blazer that hits you at that waistband, essentially, and I'll let you pop this one on, is really, really great. And it hits you with a 3/4 sleeve. So the drama of this jacket is just amazing. This is an H&M jacket. I spent less than $25 on it like 10 years ago. So very, very worth the time, the money, the effort, and you can wear it with literally about anything. But see how that hits her right at that waist? So you can kind of still see the bootay, but you're still very polished, very put together. This jacket, again, would act the same way as the red, where you could belt the shirt underneath it if you didn't want to wear something really, really sleek and tight. And otherwise, sometimes you don't have to wear the belt underneath it. If the jacket pulls in your sides enough, then you don't need to belt the shirt, okay? But you want to be able to see that your waist is more narrow than your shoulders and your tush, okay? So the next one would be a cropped denim jacket. I feel like, and yes, I'm from the Midwest, but every woman should have a denim jacket.
Ooh, yeah.
It's my dad's least favorite thing that I wear.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. I think he thinks that I look like a boy. But I love it because it goes with everything. So any sundress, any t-shirt, you can wear it with fun little shorts. I mean, if you just need, like your friend in San Diego, it's chilly in the shade, I need a little something. A jean jacket can usually foot the bill, especially if you're not like us and you don't have some ridiculous collection of jackets to choose from. One like this that's in a distressed denim that hits you either in a cropped or right at that belt line is what you're looking for.
I know, being a teacher, I have lots of like strappy dresses and strappy shirts and things like that that I could not wear by themselves. I throw a jacket on during the spring. Ooh, I wear it a couple times a week.
Yeah, it's an easy fix. The same thing with those little skinny cardigans and the things like the shrunken cardigans is what I call them. But completer pieces can completely transform an outfit. So I teach an instant outfit formula in my online DIY closet course and in all of my face-to-face appointments. And the third step to that is your completer piece. So I really recommend it. Like when we're here in the Midwest sweating to death, I will substitute like a nice lightweight scarf or something like that, or like a nice statement necklace, something like this in place of it. But when it comes to cool weather, both. Okay? Okay. So that got us through jackets. How are we doing on questions? Do we have questions? Let me go. All right, we're gonna check in with questions for one quick second just to make sure that we're answering everything you have. Okay, and like last week, I'm new. Cheryl Ann, hi. My mom says I've been styling people since I was 4. She's adorable. Dilly, how do I see these? You said we have questions?
Mm-hmm. We have 2 right here. 3.
Oh. One person says, what if I can't wear heels? One of those people is my cousin.
Hi.
If you can't wear heels, you can definitely wear flats. Just know that a tiny, tiny bit of a lift does wonders. So if you can handle even just like a kitten heel or a wedge, or say your flats just have like a wide heel on them. Yeah, just a tiny, tiny bit is gonna go a long way. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna allow your pants to move, your skirts, your dresses to move just a little bit more, okay? But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And you wear flats, and that's perfectly fine. Now, flats in my world are not ballet flats with like the elastic all the way around. No, flats in my world I like these babies. I go pointed toe because it's immediately going to elongate the length of your legs, make you look longer and leaner. And this is just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a lift, okay? But it's enough to where when you wear it with like a little pixie pant, you know, you've got that confidence. People usually walk a little bit more sure of themselves when they are lifted, even if it's just a little bit. So these are two options that I wear with everything. These are obviously a winter, fall option, but there's definitely great summer ones out there too. Okay. A platform wedge. Okay.
Yeah,
My
like
shoes.
people are always like, "Oh my gosh, your heels are so high," but like, yeah, that is a platform wedge.
Well, and when she says platform, what she means, and this would work for you as well, Linda, it doesn't get taller in the back. It's the same all the way from the front of the toe to the back of the heel as far as the lift, but it gives you just a tiny little bit higher than what you would be on a flat, okay? So try some of those, and I can even link some of those up in the comments tomorrow and show you some examples, because I actually bought 3 pairs of those this year. And I'm not one, I like the lift. This caboose needs the lift. But
all day.
I do run around with the kids all the time. I try to be reasonable, Nathan would say. So the platform is actually a thumbs up. Okay, let's get into dresses. I know she loves to wear dresses. I love to wear dresses. I think a dress on an hourglass body shape is maybe one of my favorite things in the whole world. And I don't care if you're a size 2 or a size 20. I love a dress on an hourglass body, okay? And there's one for everybody. So don't think that you have to be skinny men's to pull something like this off. You just have to play your proportions right, okay? So, a couple of my favorites, and then I'm gonna let Meredith share a couple of her favorites because, like I said, she loves to wear dresses and I want it to come from the mouth of somebody who's actually wearing these things too. So this is one of my favorites and would probably look amazing on her. We're just gonna, hey. So this has an empire waist, which means it hits you right below the breasts, right? So it's gonna ride right along your rib cage. But I love it because it fits up here and then it kind of flares away. So you have to be careful to not give away the goods, but the natural flow of the way it's gonna drape off of the hips makes it like a fit and flare at the same time, okay? One thing I love about this is the skinny straps up top and then the V-neck. So you'll see that this comes across in a V also. So you get that V-neck look, but you don't have to, you know, give it all away. It's a great color for you too. So another option would be, let's strangle you. Okay, so this would be like the summary option. Now, if wearing spaghetti straps is something that you don't like, that's a great time to, yes, throw on your completer piece. If it's spring and summer and you're just going casual, go with the denim jacket. If you're not, and you want to kind of dress it up, maybe go with one of those shrunken cardigans that's in a really lightweight fabric that you can kind of, you know, just drape over it. Or say you're going to a wedding and you just want a little something for your shoulders, but you don't want to commit to like a whole jacket because like it's hot or whatever. So just have something that you can kind of drape over your shoulders as an extra. You know, for this in the spring and summer, I would definitely go with something floral and lightweight and beautiful. This is just a nice example of weight for you, but just something over the shoulders and maybe even kind of like let it fall off and just kind of complement the outfit. If you're totally comfortable showcasing your arms, rock it with all confidence because it's a gorgeous look. Okay, next up on dresses is going to be your classic fit and flare. This is a good example of a fit and flare because it hits a little bit below the empire waistline, so it's just a tiny, tiny little bit of a drop waist, but it just completely flows away from the body. This is a great dress just for like like all of a sudden, oh hey, we got a, you know, cocktail party invite. It works, okay? I like the weight of the fabric because it drapes away from the body, but when you walk, it moves, okay? And it doesn't stick to the body and it's not clingy. You don't have to worry about it getting staticky. It's amazing.
So there's that deep scoop neck.
Yes, deep scoop neck, and you can even
Statement.
if you just need a little bit of something to kind of throw over it, I love a little black tie shrug. and it just complements the outfit perfectly. And it hits you right at that same waistline that is already kind of there, so then it just looks like it almost came together, and it didn't. And it didn't. So, fit and flare, definitely your best friend. And then, when you are dealing with a curvy body, one of the things you want to make sure of is that you are complementing everything, okay? So just because you have these great curves doesn't mean you have to put something on that's absolutely skin tight. If you do, I want to make sure that you are like smooth like satin. So if that means Spanx body undergarments that smooth everything out, then do it. Because what I don't want is for you to put on a knit and maybe be able to see your bra line and maybe like your belly button hole and like your panty line. No, 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 okay? And the reason I say that is because it draws attention to the wrong things, because people notice that stuff. And what it takes away from is your beautiful smile, your beautiful personality. You know, maybe you are wearing a V-neck, but they are completely distracted by all of the other lines they're seeing, okay? So smooth everything out. A great way to do that with a body shape like an hourglass is in a thicker, sturdier fabric. Now, I don't want you to get too sturdy, because you can get too sturdy where it covers you, okay? So when I say too sturdy, I mean like a thick cotton, like a really, really dense, thick cotton. Too much, okay? So this is the nice, thick knit, okay? This hugs the body. It drapes across the waist, because a wrap on an hourglass is perfect, because it showcases that waist. So yes, this is gorgeous. So you've got the deep V, you've got the wrap, and then you also have the long sleeves, which are going to make you look longer and leaner. With a dress like this, heels, some sort of a lift is imperative, okay? If you are one that's going to go with flats, I want you to go with something that's moving on the bottom, okay? Don't go with a dress that's fitted and cutting you off, because you really need that extra lift to kind of make it look right. But if you can get something with just a little bit of movement like the fit and flare, flats are perfect, okay?
To parlay that. Which one?
She's going to share a couple of her favorite dresses, and I'm going to check some questions.
I'll grab 3. Okay, so this one is one of my faves because it is a wrap dress. It wraps all the way around. It wraps all the way around, so it's whatever my comfort level is, and then I can like bow it in the front, so it's very, very slimming through the waist. It's flowy, like she said, at the bottom, and it's got that V-neck that I love. And it's a 3/4 length sleeve. I love this.
Yes,
so much.
I've seen this on her, and it is gorgeous. And this, I would consider this a thicker knit.
Yes, it's
so it's
not
concealing.
going to, yes, it's not going to show every one of your lady lumps.
Yes, lady lump. We're so lucky. Boys don't have to go through any of this.
And then my other fave type of dress for my body type
Sheath
is a
dresses.
sheath dress. I love sheath dress. Like, you will notice that both of these are like, I mean, they're the same shape, like cut from the cutout is the same. I'm talking
So
about.
sorry.
But
The cut of it is same. They're tailored.
like,
so
I can be like 10 pounds a little
Plus or
extra
minus.
plus or minus in this dress, in either one of these, and still have that hourglass figure that I love. Like, I just wore this to cousin's wedding, and I got so many compliments in it. I've had this dress for like 10 years, and I
what is
pair it
to
with like
begin with?
so many different types of shapes.
And it's an H&M.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good deals.
And this one is like color blocked,
Mhm.
so it's also
Anything that you
slimming.
have where you've got a variation of fabric and print, and it's coming down through the center, is going to make you appear narrower, because the eye sees this and it doesn't see this, which is amazing.
See how it's like a thicker too, so
Yes.
it again
But
hides
thick
the
and
lady lumps.
stretchy. Good.
Yeah.
Yes. Because stretchy is, on a sheath dress, stretchy is essential. Because if you try to put a curvy body into a sheath dress that doesn't have stretch, which 5 years before now is what they tried to do to us, it's torture, okay? It looks like you're smuggling things in your tush. So in order to get that nice, beautiful, round, natural look without it looking binding, you really need a little bit of that stretch in there.
And this one is
I love both
lined.
of these. And it's a perfect, like this would be like an abbreviated cap sleeve too, which I love. And this would be kind of more sleeveless. So these would be perfect even with your little shrunken cardigans or your fitted blazer, just kind of depending on how much you had to dress it up. One blazer that she brought is like this, because yes, she's a teacher, but she's also worked in corporate America, and she's like a financial genius. So she's found herself in lots of meetings around lots of powerful people, and it's nice to add a little bit of, you know, sophistication and play down the fact that this can come off extremely sexy. So if you work in,
I don't wear this one often.
Yeah, if you work in corporate America or in a really business-like, I know a lot of companies are starting to transition to a little bit more of a laxed look, but if you are truly have to wear business attire, right, this would be too sexy. You'd want to top it off with a jacket or a cardigan or something that kind of toned it down just a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. And she wears these with some great pumps.
Yes. This is what? This is like a 2.5-inch heel.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is everything for me. This changes my mood completely. And
Me
if I put on the dress, then I'm a little bit more professional. If I take, the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take off the jacket, then I'm, you know, a little bit sexier.
Yes. Yes. And that's where you can wear to your weddings and to your, you know, just different events like cocktail parties, things like that. But if you're dressing for the boardroom, throw on that jacket just so that you've got that finished look as well. Okay, I'm gonna pop in here one more time for some questions because I knew I saw. Hey girl, hey Amber. Okay. Ooh, Erin Brown. You know Erin Brown.
Yes, I do. And I
Okay.
have an extremely short waist too.
Okay, so I lost you. What about people that are extremely short-waisted? Like my waist is 1 millimeter from my armpits. Hilarious. I love that you are still as funny as you've always been. I would say, as far as dresses goes, it shouldn't matter. That empire waist is perfect because it's going to hit you right at your 1 millimeter, and then it's going to flow away from the body. Same thing with a fit and flare. Well, not even a fit and flare. I would go for the wrap
Yes.
dress, because it almost puts
say.
a waist on for you. So you can put your waist wherever you want it to be when you've got a dress like that on. Not wherever you want it to be. It's already planned for you. But you put it on and it makes it kind of a no-brainer. So that would be a good one as well. And then one thing you'd want to watch out for is when you're belting. Like I said, raise that arm up, lean over. Wherever you naturally bend is where you're going to want to wear that belt. Again, create an illusion of where you want your waist to be and start there. And if it gets tricky, just DM me anytime. Send me some pictures. Style School Insiders is my Facebook group. You probably all have been a part of that, but definitely post pictures there and just ask every single person in there. I don't approve you unless you are there for the right reasons, okay, to be in the group. So it is a safe place to share pictures like that. So if you ever have questions, hit me up there, and you'll have like more mother hens than you can probably imagine with all sorts of opinions.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is that I should be belting myself like here?
Yep.
That
This natural
seems
waist. Now,
really
for somebody
high.
like you have a flat stomach.
Yes.
So this isn't going to be as usable for you later unless
So
you're
I'm
wearing
trying to-
like a lot of flowy shirts.
I'm trying to think about because normally I would wear a belt down here and that fits. I'm not gonna find anything that's gonna fit right
What, I have to punch holes into these belts.
here.
Like
Okay.
you'll see.
Oh, I can make my own hole.
This,
okay.
yeah. So that's a great question. She's saying, how can I make this belt fit me when it's made for my
Right.
hips?
Well,
Great
and I mean,
question.
I would want it to be multifunctional, right? So I would want it to be able to fit here,
Absolutely.
and here. So okay, make my own hole. Got
Yeah,
it.
make
Got
your
it.
own
Make
hole
my own
because they're not going to come with one close enough for you to wear it up high. But it is going to be able to give the optical illusion that you have pulled in your waist, and maybe it isn't as short as it seems once you've kind of got it all in there. So hopefully that answers your, oh wow, if you go sideways, all the questions are here.
There we go.
What? Okay. Lauren Proctor wants to know, where can I get your pants?
Oh, Express.
Love
honey.
you, Lauren.
Express, honey.
Express.
Yes.
Which you've mentioned this before,
I
and
love
we're segueing into dresses or to pants
Yes.
anyway. Yeah, so
Yes.
good timing.
Mhm.
She loves Express pants.
I do.
I will tell you from a stylist standpoint, if you are part of the fuller figure version of an Hourglass Shape, Express is not where you want to go unless you want to cry that day. But if you are a size 12 or below, which is really more like a size 10 or below because their things tend to fit a little bit smaller rather than larger.
I do have to go up a size.
Yeah, most people do. And that's completely normal, and don't worry about that because you are fitting the body. You're not caring about the size. But I'm just saying if you're of the fuller figure, that's not going to be where you want to go. I would go to more like Old Navy because you can get some of the same styles, but you can get the bigger sizes.
I cannot do Old Navy. I can't do Old Navy for jeans or work pants. Like people, I will ask. I'm a shopper on other people's bodies. Where'd you get those pants? And they'll be like, Old Navy. I'm like, nope, not gonna work. Because they put almost extra space in, and then they don't.
Bring
it's
in
like,
the waist.
yes, they're like, okay, well, we're putting in some extra here. Then the waist is not small enough.
Yeah.
So loft, interior loft.
For a very
Not next
tailored
door.
version.
Just interior loft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I totally agree with.
I'm
that
talking
for
about
work
jeans
pants.
and work pants.
Yeah. And it's a great point because at Express where you have to size down, Old Navy you are always going to, I'm sorry, Express where you're sizing up, at Old Navy you're going to size down. So you can celebrate that day because then you're like, I just bought a smaller size. But typically that's just their fit models. They are dressing a curvier, rounder version of a person. If you find that they're too big like that, just keep sizing down. It might be more than just one size. I will tell you that the different fabrics at Old Navy will completely depend on the fit. So if it's a colored denim versus a dark denim and then you've got a black denim, don't just assume that you'll wear the same size in every pant because you won't. I have a camo pair that's super smaller than my black pair, right? And then if you have any distressed stuff going on, I mean, no one wants to see the fluffy coming through the distressed, okay? So in that situation, I want you to size up and I want you to go for a more relaxed boyfriend type fit. So I try to post a lot of different retailers in the insiders group for different things that I recommend because I know everybody's shaped a little bit different. But once you find the store that suits you and fits you best, just keep going back, okay? They bring out new lines 2 times a year on purpose and sometimes 4. So Express for her, you're probably bopping in there once or twice a year.
And this top
getting
is actually
the pieces
Express
that she's
as well.
looking for.
I did not do that on purpose. But their 111
Yes.
line. Ooh, yes. Yes,
111
that's
line.
111. I brought other 111s
Yes.
too. I
Yes.
love it. It is my
I will
my
say that
summer
retailers are
go-to.
getting more towards a relaxed fit because that's kind of what style is evolving to. So you're gonna have to play around with your sizes. Like I said, I bought a shirt that was in my normal size, and I mean I can't even wear it because I mean it almost shows all of the girls, not a little bit, like all of them. So I have to be careful, but I just bought my size. What I should have done is tried it on because what it's called is a swing tee. It's designed to fit you like in a baggier way. So you might have to size down with that. So I can't stress enough, especially on an Hourglass body, how important it is to know your measurements if you're ordering online and you order according to the numbers. You're not going for the size. Everybody uses a different fit model. It's always going to be just a little bit different. So do that when you're shopping online, and when you're in person, when you're taking things from the store to the dressing room, grab 2. Grab your size in the one below or grab your size in the one above.
Always.
Yes.
For any hourglass
Yes.
person knows that already. You're like, I don't know, I'm gonna need that in the 6, the 8, maybe the 10. I'll just take them all.
Yes,
Try 'em
I'll
all
take
on.
them all.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, so we have, I think so far, we've hit the questions that we've got so far. If you've got more, keep them coming. We're going to keep going. Okay. Pardon me. My throat is getting dry. Okay, so we've talked about tops, completers, dresses, and we're going to transition into bottoms. So we've talked a little bit about bottoms, but one thing for an Hourglass body that is great is skinny jeans, which she has on today. I definitely recommend a pair in a really dark denim. I am also that person that I'm really picky about my seams. I like my seams to match because if I were wearing like this pair of jeans, I don't know if you can see, has brown seams. I would naturally pair this with some of my warmer colors, my navies, my maroons, my browns, things like that.
Are you mad at me right now? Because like is black all day long?
I don't know. Okay, so another option for a jean like that, I'll let you pull that really quick, is one that has navy on navy stitching. Heck yeah. These are what I would consider, well, minus the tattered edges, but if they were a finished edge like this is what I would consider my dressiest jean, okay? Dark, all the stitching, everything's monochromatic, very slenderizing. This, a good skinny jean, okay? Depending on how many children you've had, or what your situation is, at the waist, you want it to pull everything in, okay? So even though an hourglass figure can wear a nice hip hugging, floor grazing flare, if you are carrying extra weight through your midsection, right? It's probably coming around the sides and to the back. I don't want you in a low rise pant. That's like an accident waiting to happen. So take advantage of what the designers are doing for us, and Old Navy does a great job of this, where they are bringing all of our waistlines up. So you can get a normal low rise, you can get just like a mid rise, and then you can get a high rise, okay? I can wear a high rise, but the way that I carry my weight on my stomach when I sit down, it's like I've got like a kangaroo sack or something. So I go with the mid rise because I like to kind of split the difference and feel really flat. And I also like to do a front tuck, like you can see in Meredith right now. She's kind of got like her front tuck. When I say front tuck, I mean 3 fingers, take it, shove it, we're good, okay? That just shows you your flatness, right?
See, I always end up putting it to the side because I feel like it accentuates my hips a little less.
Wherever you feel comfy. I do this constantly, again, because I tend to wear baggier shirts, but I still want to showcase my waist, so I'll shove it here in the front, and I let it kind of just effortlessly drape along the sides and the back, and you kind of get the best of both worlds. But, where was I going with that?
We were talking about pants, the different rises.
Yes, okay, so that's why I pick a mid-rise, because when I try to front tuck a high-rise, I look ridiculous.
Oh.
And I'm just not ready to fully tuck in and wear a high-rise like all the way around, okay? So play around with your waist bands and kind of where you like to see them hit, but skinny jeans should fit like second skin, okay? So when I see skinny jeans that are like kind of baggy, you need to size down.
Oh no.
You need to size down. And they're all gonna stretch because we are so lucky to have spandex mixed with our denim now.
Yes.
Why it took them so long, I don't know.
Like, I have like old jeans still that I'll like, try on just to see like, can I get into these again? They're ridiculous. I'm like, there's no stretch in here.
No, real raw denim.
Oh, it's
and
horrible.
in some situations I love it, but in a situation where you're trying to be sleek, especially dressing the curves of this body type, skinny is better. A little bit of lycra in there is very appreciated. So second skin. Okay, so if they are not allowing you to wear them 2-3 days in a row without washing them, without stretching out and just looking beat up, size down, right? Or wash them after every time you wear them.
Or if you're like me, I have issues with, I can't just pick up a pair of jeans and put on a pair of jeans. Like, they have to have a little bit of elasticity in them so that they fit my waist and my hips.
Yes.
And thighs.
Yes, because when you sit down, you shouldn't have to be like constantly readjusting. The right pair of pants, you should be able to sit down and stand up, and they should be able to go with you exactly how you want. Okay? Let's see. She's sitting.
Yeah, we're
Boom.
Good. We're good.
And we're good. Okay, next type of pants that you can wear are kind of along the same lines as a skinny jean, but they are a legging. I wore leggings last week on camera. I wear leggings all the time. I think you can dress them up, dress them down. You can wear them 1,000 different ways. So these are leather leggings with a little bit of stretch, and they're amazing. I think these are, I got these at Target. What? Yep.
I did not see
What I love about these is they're going to fit like a yoga pant. So they've got that extra wide waistband. It's going to come up a little bit higher. It's going to be very, very slenderizing. But they're very comfortable. It's not real leather, so you're not going to like pull a Ross. And,
no, not at all.
You know what I mean? They're not going to.
It turned out as
Yes.
a
So yeah, you can wear things like that, and it's going to complement so many different outfits. The thing about leggings are, though, with your body type, you're gonna have to be careful because you still want to showcase that waist, right? But you don't want to wear a crop top and leggings. Okay, I mean, I guess you could, but I wouldn't suggest it. So in that situation,
I go back to that 111 line again.
yes. Well, or hold that, and then
I'm gonna try this whole belt thing.
yes. Where did I put your little?
There's
That's
the
black on
belts and
black.
belt loops.
This is black on black, and I wouldn't. I mean, you can, but if you can't see it, I apologize. But so
I was gonna
okay,
say,
long legging.
I have it in cream.
And then pop a flowy shirt on with it. But then this is a perfect situation where you would want to have a jacket that helps define the waist, right? So you're wearing the flowy shirt and you're wearing the fitted pants, but you're popping on the completer piece to give you that waist definition that you need. Okay? So leggings are amazing and they love your body, so wear them. Okay. One thing that I kind of ran over but didn't really have something to show you was the floor grazing, right? So with you can go high-waisted with this, mid-rise or low-rise denim, flare jeans, or we'll call them boot cut, bell bottom, however big you want your flare to go, needs to be floor grazing, okay?
Really?
Floor grazing, meaning it should touch the floor.
No matter what shoes you're wearing.
No matter what shoes you're wearing. So if you're a flat wearer,
This is a shout out to you because you do this.
Yeah.
You always look good.
if you wear flats, you are going to want to have your jeans tailored or buy them in a length that works to where that is grazing the ground. If you are wearing heels, it's going to be a little bit easier for you. You're going to be able to buy just right off the rack. But you want those to graze the ground. You don't want them to sit on the ground. They're just grazing the ground. But when you've got a little bit of a lift with your shoe, you've done things right. So one of my favorite looks with flare jeans are wedges because it's very dazed and confused.
It's totally Pam. You wore that all weekend in San Diego.
So that's a great look for you too. Now, boot cuts are coming back in. We hadn't seen boot cuts in stores for a very long time. You will see them now. So if you're like, yay, that's good. Because what it can do is help the proportions of an hourglass body. So when we said that your shoulders and your hips were pretty much the same width, you can there can be a hybrid. And after last week's pear-shaped live, I had some questions about this. If you are just a little bit more narrow up top and your hips are just a little bit wider, I would still put you in the pear/hourglass basket, okay? You can definitely be a hybrid of two different body types. I only separate people like this just to give you some place as a starting off point. But what a flared pant can do for an hourglass or pear-shaped bottom is sculpt the hips, define the waist, come in around the thigh, and then they kind of come back out. So what it's doing is you're adding length or you're adding width to your ankles that's going to mimic the hips, mimic the shoulders, right? So you're just kind of taking the hourglass one step farther, and it's very, very beautiful and very balancing. Back before skinny jeans were all the rage, that was my go-to look.
Oh,
I wore a fitted shirt tucked into some low-rise jeans with a blazer and some heels, and I felt like $1 million bucks.
Yes.
And you can do that exact outfit today and be very, very on trend. So your flares are awesome. And it's just that time of year. You can get flares in a really lightweight denim that just kind of move, and you just get this very like boho look, which is one of my favorites. So, okay. So as far as
we're going to show them those shorts.
yes. Well, let me talk about work pants for a quick second. We did for a second. Before we move on from jeans and pants, and go to shorts. Tell me a little bit about work pants, because like I don't wear work pants.
They're a nightmare, is what they are.
Yeah.
Like I still have not found a place where I'm like, okay, cool. If I pick out any pants here, I'm good.
They're all gonna fit. Yeah.
I have not found that.
Okay.
Not at all.
So I feel like one of the best looks on an hourglass shape when it comes to pants, I think that a wide leg pant is gorgeous because of that defined waist that you have.
Well, if I can still do a wide leg, then I'm good.
Yeah.
I can find that.
Well, wide leg works. You can also wear what I call a cigarette length. So it's going to hit you. It's not cropped, but it hits you like right at the top of the ankle bone, and it's going to fit a little bit closer to the leg, but not like fitted. Okay?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have a pair from H&M like that.
Yeah. And it should come with a very structured body here and be natural waist. Those aren't going to be high-waisted. On an hourglass figure, going cropped can get tricky, okay? So you want to, like right here where her length is, that's like normal length, right? And then if you're trying to get your floor grazing, then you've got like your boot cuts or your flares on. But to crop your pants or to wear like, you know, capris.
Oh, no, we don't do this.
If it's fitted to the body, she's right. Or if you're like working out, it's okay.
No,
but
it needs that extra 4 inches to go back down again. Like
yes.
In.
Or, but if you wear them at like the boyfriend jeans, the really relaxed, distressed look, it can hit you a little bit crop, but it's not sucking to your leg. You've got a little bit of give around here, so they look more relaxed, and you can pull that off. But just be careful with work pants in terms of them being too fitted, okay? You do want a little bit of a relaxed there as well. Ann Taylor is a great place. Nordstrom, even greater place. Ann Taylor Loft. Black House White Market. Who left that place?
Cha-ching.
Oh, it's expensive. Yeah. So you can get these things at department stores and things like that. Or like she said, if you can find a certain retailer that sells a style that you like, and you can kind of bebop around and find different colors. Bonus.
It used to be the Limited for me, and they are no longer ever
around.
Anywhere.
Yeah, darker colors are going to be great because they're going to conceal anything from panty lines to cellulite to just different lumps, things like that. The lighter you wear, the more revealing it is. So if you're trying to cover imperfections on the bottom, I want you to go with dark colors, or I want you to go with a print. Very loosely. I don't say that loosely. The print should be smaller than your fist. I mean a micro print, something small. This is probably the biggest print you'll ever see on my body. Okay. Because micro
when
prints
I walked
are where
in,
it's at.
I was like, "This is out of your box for you. This is different for you."
I don't wear a lot of prints on the bod. Oh, I have them in my hand. Ha! Slacks that have like a nice little micro print are good because it's going to give you a lot of variation of what you can like wear with your tops, and you don't have to just wear solid pants all the time. But you want to keep those prints pretty tight. Anything black and white, you're going to be able to pair with any solid, bold color shirt. So pick your favorite color, pair it with your black and white bottoms, and you're good to go. I know I said that last week, but I say it every single time I work with somebody, and I feel like it's just key to know that. So dress pants can be a little bit tricky, but on an hourglass body, just know you can go cigarette length, right? That's going to hit you right at your natural ankle. You can go full leg. You can go with like a boot cut or kind of a flare-ish pant, but you want to go structured up at the waist, and it needs to graze the body all the way down. Those are your keys for work pants. Okay, now on to shorts. Fun. People had a lot of questions about shorts last week, and unfortunately, the information's kind of the same for a pear shape and an hourglass shape when it comes to shorts. You are going to want to wear something that hits you mid-thigh, right? Like we said, let's not go nursing home or Bermuda length.
No.
But we also don't need like super high cut mini, okay?
I mean, how about
So
like
something
a
in the
3-inch
middle.
inseam?
Absolutely. Well, for
3
you,
is good. 5. I'm 5'4.5". So a 5-inch inseam.
Yeah.
That is
Too long.
much. Yes, too long.
So play around with that.
3 is good. 3 hits me like here.
Yeah. And you've
And
got,
as long as they kind of like go
that was
out
what I was
a
gonna
little
say.
bit. Yeah.
You want there to be some movement. These are
Yes.
gonna like swallow you. Let me try fold my pants
No,
so
my
they
shit.
fit you. You just want a little bit of give around the edges, right? Just a
Yes.
little bit of movement.
Yes.
Okay? Nothing like super tight.
Skin tight on these
Unless
thighs
you're
is not
going
okay.
like Kim Kardashian with the biker shorts. That's the new rage. It's
Ew.
real. It's real.
Stop. Don't
Okay.
ask me about trends I don't.
So a nice little lightweight fabric with an elastic waistband and a tie are super popular right now. They're very easy to wear. They breathe. You can wear them with a lot of things. Basic shirts, you can dress them up. Like she could wear this with the shirt she has on. But then if she wanted to dress it up, she could put a blazer on and put heels on with it and be good. She's got a really great pair that she brought. I'll let you show this.
Oh, yes. I do love these.
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have many shorts like those, and I have this in like 3 different colors. I have it in like mustard yellow and in black as well. And I will put this because it's got this like kind of cool elasticy thing and then the thing at the top. I always put whatever I'm wearing with this inside. I don't leave anything hang out, really.
So you tuck it all the way in, all the way around.
I tuck it all the way in, all the way around.
And you can totally pull that off, so that works.
Yeah, I love it.
So she could pop this on. Again, these are the exact shorts I'm talking about. And you see, they're not too short, but they're not too long either. We want you to see your knees, okay?
Oh yeah, earlier I was talking about like jean shorts.
Yeah.
These are.
Oh, are these a little bit longer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, that still hits you at a good point. Now, where does this hit you? More natural waist or high waist?
This would hit me here.
Yeah. So these would be more like on a high waisted. So you tuck this in. Now, she could pop this on and wear these with flats and just do whatever she wanted on a day to day. If she wanted to dress this up and actually use this to sort of wear out, you could put the blazer on with it. Her gorgeous camel colored heels. And because we went with camel, I would go with gold accessories. So,
Yeah. Now we're talking. Ooh, that necklace thing.
that one isn't as long as I was thinking. I would think long. This is too long, but you'll get the idea.
Oh.
Something that hits you just like right about here.
Ooh, I love this.
So you've got the
I
tank.
need a picture.
You've got the jacket. This is cropped and it's got the 3/4 sleeve. And then you've got just a little bit of polish and then the heels. And you've taken a normal casual outfit and totally amped it up and have a dual purpose.
Do you remember doing this for Heather? For her,
Yes.
for Jay's,
Her reunion.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
his
tried to
reunion.
duplicate that outfit. I don't have the shoes she had. They were perfect. They were open-toed, black heels. Oh, they were so cute.
They were
I don't
so
have
cute.
those.
So we were talking about, we dressed a friend for a class reunion, and it was actually her spouse's class reunion, so she was trying to look good. And she wore an outfit similar, and I just feel like if you're somebody who you're really proud of your legs, shorts and heels are your best friend.
She has great legs.
Yeah, she does, Heather. And you can go wedge with this, you can go platform with this, you can go just heels with this, and you have options. If you're not one to wear really high heels, you can go with a kitten heel as well. Or even something just a little bit lifted like the camo, or not camo, sorry, leopard flat. So, lots of options with that, but I feel like this time of year, shorts are definitely getting overthought, okay? And I'm one of those people. People say all the time I have extra weight, or I was in a client's closet a couple weeks ago and she said, my knees look funny, they look like little babies.
Little babies.
Everybody has a thing, right? Cellulite, front, back, wherever, maybe you just, I don't know, aren't tan. Whatever it is fixable and figure outable, okay? It doesn't mean don't wear shorts. Please wear shorts. For the next generation of girls, please wear shorts, because you just have to love your body. Get to a place where you can like look and go, you know what? This is who I am and I feel really good and it's flipping hot. And I'm gonna wear the shorts. Okay? It's like I'm gonna eat the bagel. Whatever. If your heart says eat the bagel, eat the bagel.
That's really good advice.
You don't eat bagels.
I do too.
Cut off denims, like she was saying. Something again, let me tri-fold my shorts.
Okay, can we talk about this right here? Like, I can't.
Can't do the cuff.
Maybe it's just a preference.
These are different for me. I can't do a cuff either because my thighs are the widest part of my body. That is just, my kids are not this way. My sons are this way. So when you have a band and it fits really close to the leg, I wouldn't recommend it. But these actually have some room. When you put them on, I've got some space on both sides. But if the band freaks you out, then just go with a natural cutoff.
Yeah, because I feel like the cutoffs are the ones that end up having more of the space that I need.
Yes. Well, and they're going to fan out just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And if you get something like this and you just love the fit, but you don't love the cuff, then just snip this seam and uncuff them. I mean, Old Navy's just trying to reuse the jeans that they didn't sell 2 years ago. Okay. So yeah, you
like
have
if
options.
If you have like a frayed heel or a frayed one like that, then the little strings come out. Like once you've washed them, then the strings come out, and then they kind of hide what's going on back there.
Yes,
too.
And it also just draws the eye. It draws the eye to some, indefinite line rather than like a stark line. Okay, so it's a great thing to bring up. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have talked about shorts. I'm gonna check my notes just so I didn't like leave anything off.
Embrace your curves.
Yes, definitely embrace your curves. Oh, we're gonna talk skirts. So this is the last section in the bottoms, okay? So what I have here are two options. A mini skirt, because of the shape of the body, we can really get away with this. So a mini skirt is gonna hit you at your natural waist and hit you kind of mid-thigh, right where you'd want your shorts to hit. So if you're comfortable, like she's saying, with a 3-inch, and you wanna go with an uber short skirt, go ahead. If 5-inch is better for you, great.
Well, we'll go 5-inch on skirt. 3-inch would be vagina.
I gotta watch out for her. But yeah, something like this that's gonna hit you kind of mid-thigh, but it's gonna skim around the hips, but not like be completely fitted. Now, you can go completely fitted. Like, she looks amazing in a pencil skirt. So the sheath dress without the top, okay? Just a nice pencil skirt, something that I do believe that you need to go with a structure. Yes, it was. We need a structured fabric when you're wearing a pencil skirt. You can't just go whimsy here. It's gotta have some, for sure, lines in it, okay? So, pencil skirt that hits you either right at or right below the knee. Below the knee is a little bit more professional, but above the knee is definitely acceptable. Or a mini skirt, or, which I so tried to give this to her and she won't wear it.
Oh,
but
no, I won't.
it's so cute
No.
when it's styled the right way. And you can definitely get frumpy with it, but, so this is a lightweight chambray shirt.
This is a whole nother level.
One of my favorite kinds of skirts is a midi skirt on an hourglass body for two reasons. You can wear amazing shirts and tuck them in and wear them at your natural waist. And this has big enough waistband to where you don't necessarily need a belt, but if you did, you could pop one on. Or if you wanted one, you could pop one on. So it's gonna define the waist and then it's gonna drape away from the body. And a true midi skirt is gonna hit you just right below the knee. No farther than like mid-calf. Yes, that's what midi means. So I love pleats because they're beautiful, but I love effortless fabrics that are light and just kind of flow, okay? You don't want to go too structured on a skirt because then it kind of just makes you look like a bell. It doesn't come back in around after it covers your hips, and so it just kind of makes you look wider, and that's not what we're going for here. So
Makes me want to play the harp.
it's very, very seasonal, so it's great for wintertime, and you can tuck all kinds of amazing things into it. With a true midi skirt, though, you can't not tuck your shirt in. No front tuck works here, no like flowy shirt on top. It has to be a fitted shirt, defining the waist.
But
This flows away from the
fitted,
body.
So that's confusing.
Well, once you have, on me it's fitted, but like,
I see this shirt on you, but it is not fitted.
but if you tuck it in, and like a lot of people will say, well, how does she keep her shirt perfectly tucked in? They are wearing undergarments underneath her, and they're tucking the shirt into the undergarments, right? So that it is like nails perfect. And then you're just throwing the skirt on over the top of it. So it takes a little bit more playing with. This is what I would maybe call like a phase 2 skirt. But it's kind of like mixing prints. If you can start to mix different textures, like this lightweight chambray and like a kind of a fancy fabric.
I mean, this
You're
is
doing
this is
great
the only
things.
thing I haven't agreed with. But whoa, this is like never.
So
on
cute.
Mm-mm.
But you can even do, like, say it was like a holiday, and you're going to like an ugly Christmas sweater party, but like who wants to be ugly all night?
No one.
You can go with the penguin sweater. Super, super fitted, up top, lightweight.
We're saying ugly sweater party here.
Yeah. And then you can kind of tuck this in. Again, it just kind of gives you an idea of like a super fitted shirt on top tucked into this little skirt. So a midi skirt might not be something that's like at the top of your list, but definitely don't cross it completely off because the way that it complements the waist and you can tuck things in and flows away from the body really, really works with your body type.
I don't hate penguin with the camo.
It's cute. She's cute. Okay, so we've covered all of the tops, completers, dresses, and bottoms, and the last thing that we have are accessories. So let me check the questions really quick. Jenny, you're so funny. Be right back ordering the leggings. They're gorgeous. And you can totally rock those leggings.
are those recent?
Yes, actually, probably the end of winter. So you might have to go online. They might be like clearance, but they'll come back with them because they're not going anywhere. Spanx has a really great brand of the leather leggings, and they have like all the built-in goodness you could ever want in life. So when I say fitting like second skin, having a little bit of a thickness to where it conceals different imperfections, but yet looks like slamming leather, Spanx really does. And you're going to pay about $50 or $60 for them, but you're not going to have to buy another pair for a long time.
And it will
So-
suck you in.
And it will suck you
Here,
in.
do that. It's okay.
I'll just throw it. Okay, so let's see. Oh my God, Eric Lee's watching. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
That's hilarious. Tell Yumi.
Love loft, me too.
Yes.
Ryan. Hi. That's so cute.
Okay, what about wide belt with the midi flowing? Okay, yes, you can wear a wide belt with it. The one that I showed you with the midi skirt, the question is, can you wear a wide belt with the midi skirt? Absolutely, you can. If you've got the space at your waist. If you don't, try to find a midi skirt that's got a built-in, nice, definite waistband. One thing I hate more than anything is like a single tiny little layer of elastic that's supposed to like not get hidden into a thick person's stomach, okay? So get something that allows you to have the structure and definition that your body definitely is asking for.
Okay, Linda Sue, you said what brand are those shorts, Meredith? If you were talking about the olive green ones, those were H&M. If you were talking about Kathleen's,
H&M.
yeah, if you were talking about these are H&M.
Those are H&M. If you're talking about the black and white ones that I showed, those are Old Navy.
Just kidding, Forever 21. But my black ones are, I know for sure, are from H&M, and I have a pair of mustard yellow ones, and those ones are actually from Von Mar. So everywhere has these.
Ooh, Von Mar. Love Von Mar.
But where, if she was talking about these ones, where are these from? I have so many of these, and mine were all from Target.
Yeah. You can get these literally. I had that question last week of like best place to buy these, and after doing some research, Target for sure, Old Navy, Forever 21, and H&M. Yes. All of those places are going to have them, and each pair is going to be like under $25, and that's high, and everything's on sale. So definitely shop those soon.
I always tell my students, my teenage students, they'll ask me like, well, where should I get professional clothing? I always tell them Forever 21, H&M, because they will have like inexpensive stuff,
Oh, yeah.
not your White House black market. Like these girls need these things for like, maybe
Pennies.
two
Like I
uses.
said, I spent less than $30 on this 10 years ago, and there is not a pill on here. And I wear this like crazy. So they wear well. Now, you do have to get a little comfortable with the fact that your clothing might be made by like a 7-year-old little girl. I'm being honest. But I'm saying you're going to get the deals. It's a great place to learn if you like certain styles, or to try out, like last week we talked all about the color of the season, aspen yellow, which I love. But a lot of people aren't ready to try that from head to toe. So they'll have shoes, or they'll have a scarf, or they'll have fun sunglasses. You can try those colors in small bite-sized pieces that are actually less expensive, so that if you don't like it, you're not out a whole lot of money. Then if you figure out that you do like, and you're wearing them all the time, and you want to have something that is going to last, then you can take what you've learned about wearing that style to Black House White Market, spend the money, and then not have to rebuy them for the next 2-3 seasons.
Because like both of these are also both H&M.
Yeah.
And my red jacket earlier, Forever 21.
Yeah. I mean, I
don't
do a
shop
lot.
expensively.
I do a lot of Forever 21, and I actually shouted this out on the Insiders page this week. If you haven't been in a Forever 21 in a while, I would definitely take a look. If you are somebody who has to shop in extended sizes or in the upper ends of normal women's sizing, you might not go to that place. You might think, oh, that's just for kids. But they have an extended size that is just as cute as the regular size. So what I'm saying is that you can go to these places. I mean, retailers are getting smart. Not everybody's a size 6, okay? So they're catering styles to that. So you might see a fabric in the juniors section that you're like, this is beautiful, but I'm not currently wearing a size 4. I need a 14. what you'll do is you'll go to that section, you'll see the same fabric, but it's going to be in a style that complements that size, that body shape. So definitely don't completely mark it off the list. Okay. Oh, what random shirt? Okay, so I think so far we've hit the, what about linen type cropped wide leg pants for an hourglass or a pear-shaped body? Okay, so
I'm trying to picture that.
last week I probably would have said I'm not sure, but what I did was I went out and dressed myself. I have a client coming up. We have similar body types, and she had a lot of very specific questions. So in my research for all of my clients, I really try to dig deep and answer your questions personally. And in doing that, it's easy if I can have, experienced it. So I actually went in and tried on a bunch of jumpsuits. She had a lot of questions about jumpsuits. Currently, I did not own a jumpsuit, but I bought one that was a linen material that had an elastic waist, a boat neck top, and a wide leg, and it hit me like mid-calf. It was stunning.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah, no, that would be cute.
Very, very cute. So if you're just looking for the pant version of it, I definitely think you can pull that off. What I want you to do, and I know this was your question, Mama, you do have that defined waist, so I want you to showcase the waist with that. And you're really good at doing that. So try the front tuck, because you're adorable, and wear the V-neck, okay? So try to create the length, because what a wide leg pant can do, especially if it hits you in a cropped spot, is cut you off, okay? So if you can stand to wear a shoe with a little bit of a lift, do it. If you can't, that's fine too, but get that front tuck going. What I don't want to see is a heavy pant like that with a wide style or cut, and then like a flowy, heavy shirt to go with it, because what that does is just swallows you. And it makes you look like a big round basketball rather than the hourglass shape that you have. So I hope that answered your question.
God given to both.
Yeah. Okay, so last but not least is probably my favorite subject, accessories. Hourglass shapes can wear just about anything, but just as a general rule of thumb, accessories should always happen. It should be the final step in your getting ready process. So if you are following along, and I'm gonna like drop this, and I never do this unless I'm like with a client, like a paid client or in my course, but with my instant outfit formula, we mix a basic piece, an interest piece, and a completer piece, right? So you've got a top, a bottom, a jacket. That fourth step is always accessories. The only time you can skip a step is when you're super hot, okay? Like not like hot, I mean like sweating hot. Like if it's hot outside,
Got it.
I want you to use accessories in place of that completer piece. But if you can stand it, I want you to put that completer piece in there. So when we talk accessories, we talked a little bit before. Your collarbone is here. The natural place for you to wear necklaces is right below the collarbone, okay? But I want you to wear as loud of an earring as you can possibly stand, okay? Bigger, better. You're gonna draw the eye up. That's what accessories do. We are like squirrel. I mean, like something shiny, we always kind of notice it. That's the polish that we're noticing. When you're sitting in a coffee shop, enjoying your coffee, and you're watching people order theirs, and you're like, gosh, she's so cute. 9 times out of 10, you noticed her to begin with because of the extra polish she has on. It's not her amazing shirt, normally. If it is, then it must be a fantastic shirt. But most of the time, you're noticing all of the extra, okay? So don't forget that frosting. So you want to hit it here. Skinny belts are another necessity. Like I said before, you can get these 3 to a card at TJ Maxx or Marshall's for like $8. I had to actually like give some away because I couldn't stop buying them. But I say with skinny belts, you want to go skinny, and it's better if you can have some sort of a texture with it or a shine, okay? It's just going to add a little bit more depth to your outfits.
I really want this one.
So try to stay away from like patent leather tan, okay? That should speak for itself. But if you're gonna go with a neutral, or you need a neutral, go with a reptile print.
Yes.
It's unexpected, it's beautiful, it acts as neutral, it can go with anything.
It's so
if you happen to love a certain color, buy that certain color, but get a little bit of a texture in there too. And I'm this way with shoes. So shoes.
I have red shoes that are exactly this.
Yes.
Like exactly what's going on here. Red.
If you want a pair of blue patent leather shoes, by all means, I want
Do
you to
it.
have them. But I want them
Me
to have
too.
some sort of a texture, okay? Don't just bring like a pair of patent leather royal blue shoes.
Oh wow.
No.
It's a lot.
Texture, okay? Or a buffed leather, kind of like these babies, okay? When I say patent leather, I mean like they're slippery. They look wet.
Shiny.
Yeah.
They look wet.
You don't want
Oh
your
my
shoes
God.
to look wet.
Oh my god, that's great. I
Okay.
used to work with girls at the bank that would wear patent leather.
It was very
Black
popular
pumps.
for a while, and the whole wear a
I
nude
couldn't
heel
do it then either.
that was the same color as your leg or like your skin color, and it makes everything look longer and leaner. All of those things are true. But when that shoe is like radioactive, shiny, then we have a problem. So go for kind of the muted version of those things. And a lot of retailers have sort of taken those off. And I'm really sorry if some of you have those tucked away in your closet. Just, I'm not mad at you.
Throw those out
But
with
set 'em
your
aside.
maternity bras.
Set them aside, and then when you find something else that you like to replace them, do it. But if you're looking for that nude heel, go with the snake skin. You will get so much more use out of it over just that nude heel than you would anything else. So
See, that's how I feel about these shoes. I wear these shoes with so many different things. So many. I look at them as like they're neutral.
they
It's
are
fine.
neutral, most
I
definitely.
love-
Something with a little bit of texture and design is going to give you so much like launching off points for your outfits. So think about it like you style your living room, right? You pick a fabric, you put it on your curtains, and then you're trying to figure out what color to paint the walls. Okay, so you use that fabric and you pull inspiration from that fabric and you say, okay, this has teal, it has maroon, it has cream. All of a sudden you've got your color options that you could use on your walls and in your pillows and things like that. So same thing with your shoes, right? Same thing with your purses, and same thing with your belts.
You'd be proud of me. Those are from TJ Maxx.
Yes, she knows I love TJ Maxx.
They were sized wrong.
Max and
That's the only
Mista.
reason.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, so the other thing that I want to touch on, which is like one of my favorite accessories ever, to complement the curvy body of an hourglass figure, you want to go with structured bags. Okay, so it's just going to kind of add that balance. So thinking of proportion, like I love mixing leather and lace. It's unexpected. I love mixing satin and leather. Again, unexpected. Kind of the same thing. You're putting curves with structure. Unexpected. So this is a good example of a structured handbag.
This is how you do this.
Beautiful. And I love this bag. I just have to talk about this bag because
It is cute.
I like multi-purpose. We talked about this a second ago. This you can wear with black, you can wear with brown, and you've also taken in the metallic, which I love.
Metallic. Anything metallic
Yes.
I love.
And when I
tried to
say
find more
metallic,
than
I don't mean patent leather. I just mean metallic in color, okay? And sheen, but a little bit of texture in there. If I can get close enough, you'll see where this just has like some etching. It's all you need. You don't need a lot. You just need something so that they're not like like I said, looking
if
wet.
you ever find something like this in a metallic, like, yes, please.
oh, you mean like this?
Let's stop.
Oh my god. I have been trying to
Like under a blazer. Ooh.
Oh, I had one. It was gold. It was beautiful. I think I probably gave it away this
See,
last
I'm
year.
like
It's just like
where
this,
it's
and it
got
was
like
gathered
that texture, and it's got like a little bit, like a hint of like black something
underneath it.
there.
Yes. So yes.
Not just like freaking gold.
Yeah. No, not gold. So structured bags. This is a handbag, and then we've got like a structured going out bag. Okay, just like a fun little shape. You can mix all kinds of
That's
different
so
metals with it
cute.
and things like that, but just a little bit of something to kind of round out your other accessories. So when I talk about accessories, I'm one of those people. Oh, I legitimately wear that.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Ooh, that is cute.
I know. $4.99.
Wear my shoulder up a little.
Very, very cute. What was I saying? Oh, accessories. When I talk about wearing
$4.99
accessories,
where?
Ross, I know. Earrings, rings, bracelets, necklaces, purses, sunglasses, hats, things like that. Okay, it's really good for a woman to have a well-rounded accessory.
Repertoire.
Yes, we'll call them choices. I call them accessory sets. I pack my stuff together by color and by metal, and I make sure that I have a piece for everything that I just listed. And when I start to go and get my accessories, like I said earlier, I'm wearing cognac, so I think I would go with gold. I go to my gold accessories and I put on all the pieces that I want until I feel like I'm either making too much noise or I've gone overboard. I take a piece off and I leave.
That is hilarious.
That extra polish means everything. So, okay. So do you have any questions about accessories before we kind of round everything out?
I feel like I suck at buying accessories. So like I end up just going up to like accessories and being like, oh well, I like this, instead of like pairing them with outfits. I have so many accessories. I wear 10 pieces.
Okay.
And that is all.
My recommendation for that is to separate them by set. So, and so what you can do is have like separate containers. I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay, like by color probably. So like your turquoises together, your golds together, your silvers together.
Oh my gosh, this cold.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So what I would do is have separate containers, so like plastic containers, and my customers do this in plastic drawers, right? If it's a big, if they've got a lot, some people keep their scarves in there, their clutches, things like that. So they'll use like a big container. And I also have clients that just use drawers, like in their closet. Like each drawer is a different, accessory set. So in that drawer, we'll have your gold sunglasses, your gold earring choices, your gold ring choices, your gold bracelet choices, things like that, necklace choices, so that everything is in one place.
So we're talking like Charming Charlie of my closet.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yes. Now, what you'll also find, especially because a lot of people aren't like all in with accessories, is that you have certain things that you like to wear all the time. If that's your jam, I want you to stay there. But then I want you to look at what you're wearing and then look at what you can add, and then put those on your shopping list. Okay? And I can't get into all of how I help people keep track of shopping lists so that you're always shopping on purpose and things like that. That's for another video. But I definitely recommend keeping a running list in your closet and writing down things as they're needed, just like you would your grocery list. Okay? So if you're grabbing for a perfect pair of, giant gold complimentary earrings and you don't have it, then guess what goes on your shopping list?
Seriously,
gold complimentary
a
earrings.
clothing shopping list?
Duh.
Oh,
yes.
That is mind blowing. Oh my gosh.
I would recommend that my customers keep my instant outfit formula and their shopping list nice and handy, and then you have, every time you put on an outfit that you love, so now we're kind of in conclusion, okay, because I don't want to ramble here. We're sisters, we could literally talk for hours. Dylan has a sleepover we gotta get. But you always want to play at that waist, okay? That's your number one goal for the hourglass body. Don't cover the waist. Let it show, let it go, okay? So that's your number one goal. But what we were getting at was that you have to know what you're looking for, okay? So when you put on outfits that you love, I want you to take a mirror picture. I don't care if you ever share that picture with anyone else but yourself. I want you to click the little heart and save it to your favorite section on your phone, so that when it's time for you to get ready, you are literally flipping through and getting ready like Cher on Clueless. You've seen everything.
That's such a good idea.
And if there's something missing, from the look, that goes on the shopping list, okay? So if you can have a compilation of pictures, here's the thing. I not only show you how to organize your closet so that pulling those instant outfits is super, super easy and just effortless, but you've got record of it. So as you've worn this great outfit and then you've organized it back in after you've done the laundry, you won't forget about it, okay?
I so do that.
Yeah.
I so do that.
So that's what I want you to do. And take it all the way through. I want you to just fall in love with your body. You are very, very blessed. If you're on this video right now, what I know is that you try, okay? That's all I would ever want from anybody, is if you're trying, I'm here to help you. What I can't do is help someone who's not trying and who has no interest in trying. And I love those people too. Own it. Because when I wear my yoga pants to the grocery store, I'm glad there's other people out there. But I really try not to do that very often. But
oh my gosh.
The bottom line is that we have to dress the body that we have, not the body that we want or that we had, okay? If you've got a bunch of crapola in your closet that's making you feel bad every single day because it doesn't fit, I want you to move it. I don't care if you're picking from 10 pieces. You DM me, I'll show you how to use those 10 pieces, okay? But go through your closet, look for things that fall within what's good for your body shape, and turn the hangers of everything else around, right? My favorite trick, turn those hangers around, and if you aren't wearing it in 6 months to a year, bye. Get it out. There's no reason to have it anymore, okay? So keep everything kind of condensed, and then make it to where it mixes and matches, okay? So now that you know the types and the styles that work best for your body, now you can really hone in and you know what you need, what you don't need, and you can kind of get really super specific. So, okay, I'm gonna check one more time for questions. Feel free to tell them anything about an hourglass body shape that you either like, strengths, weaknesses, pros, cons, whatever, how you approach it, and then we'll answer final questions and then we'll go. So if you have questions, make sure and get them in because we're almost finished.
My best advice, if you don't feel sexy wearing it in the store, you are not going to feel sexy in your closet wearing it either.
Boom.
So don't, like, I do not buy clothes anymore that I am not in love with, and I like cannot wait to take it to the register and buy it. I also try anymore not to, what I was describing earlier, just buy random stuff because I like it. Like, oh, I really like this color, I'm gonna buy this shirt. No. Don't buy that shirt unless you are like, okay, what pants am I gonna wear this with? What shoes do I have to go with this? If I'm missing the shoes that I need for it,
Yes.
then put it on your shopping
Yeah.
list. I'm so gonna start doing that.
Yes, shopping in outfits is huge.
Yes, I don't do that.
And
to
if
include
you-
like the accessories and everything. Like,
Even
from
if
the-
you're trying it on, I want you to try it on in an outfit. And if you know, okay, well, I have black pants like these at home, I don't need these, but at least you've seen it with your black pants and you know if you're actually going to wear it with the black pants you have at home.
That's
Okay?
life-changing
So,
right there.
one more good reason to downsize your closet so that you know you have a mental inventory of what's in there and how it works with other pieces.
And get that riffraff stuff out of there that you don't wear.
Yeah, for sure.
Get it
Because
out
it
of
just
there.
takes up space.
It does.
If something looks worn, it is.
And then it also takes up your time because you're like sifting through it and you're like, I'm never gonna wear this. Like, I haven't worn this in a year, I'm never gonna wear this.
Yes, exactly. So get really laser focused about what you want, and then dress that body type as best you can. And if you have any questions, just hit us up in the Style School Insiders group. Anyone is able to join that group. I do kind of monitor just to make sure people are in there for the right reasons, so that it is a safe place for women to share ideas back and forth about fashion, get ideas of where to shop and what's trending and things like that. Go ahead and click the follow button down below if you want to follow for notifications for future videos about dressing your body type. Next week we will cover the rectangle body shape, and then the following Thursday we will tackle the apple body shape. So thank you so much for being on. Thank you so much for being here.
This was so much fun.
Yes, and I will definitely still be around to answer any questions about this within the group, or you can always comment back on this video, and I'd be happy to help in any way that I can. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.